Tekken has always been a game that has included our favorite characters without their actual likeliness. We got Bruce Lee, we got Blade, we always got that baddie blondie female assassin that appears in every movie, the edgelord anime character, the edgelord anime character's edgelord's father, the edgelord anime's character's edgelord's father's edgelord's father, the edgelord anime. For anyone that's familiar with the Tekken series, you know we had a Jackie Chan archetype for the longest time, known as Lei Wulong. However, in Tekken 8, he's nowhere to be seen. Where did our boy go? Will he return to the Tekken series again? Could there be an in-universe explanation for his scream upon losing in Tekken 5 being the same as his victory sound in Tekken 4?
Lei Wulong win.
Oh man, this cracks me up all the time.
Based on your perspective, quite simply, we're the same and we're not, know what I'm saying? Listen, son, I ain't better than you, I just think different.
Lei makes his first appearance in Tekken 2. Prior to joining the King of Iron Fist tournament, which is the tournament that hosts all the Tekken fighters, he was actually the most prominent detective in his homeland of Hong Kong. Him and his partner, who goes unnamed throughout the series, so I'm gonna call him Wulong, or Wulong, yeah, actually become a formidable duo. You know, like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in the Rush Hour series. But Chris Tucker is Asian. You gotta put some respect on Lei Wulong's name, of course. In the streets of Hong Kong, he's just that guy. He has a title of a Supercop because he's just that good at his job. Not only has he mastered the 5-animal form of Chinese martial arts and drunken boxing, he developed his own form of Kung Fu to specifically take down his opponent within these cases. I know somebody's boss is watching this video, looking at Lei Wulong and then looking back at the employee that could barely punch in on time and just sighing. His sense of justice and addiction to solving crimes makes him the perfect person for any job, which leads to the most dangerous cases falling on this team's lap. Lei and Fu were both given a mission, and this unfortunately was the last time we heard of Fu. During this investigation, Fu was actually murdered by the international mafia. I honestly don't know who these niggas are. I honestly wish I knew who they were. I think they're the Syndicate. I think that's what they're called now. You know, they probably went through like some sort of rebrand or something. You know, they needed a more brand-friendly name, you feel me? Lei is furious and upset about this. His partner and one of his closest friends dead, presumably doing the same occupation he does. Lei needs to find justice. He starts to dig in and learn more in regards to his partner's death and the trail of deaths happening within Hong Kong that leads to not only the international mafia, but also Kazuya Mishima. He also learns that Muay Thai great Bruce Irving is also connected to this. So, Lei Wulong makes it his mission to find Bruce and Kazuya. He joins the King of Iron Fist tournament too to get some answers. Fights go by and he actually encounters Bruce Irving in this tournament, crazily enough, and he defeats him, getting the satisfaction and revenge for his ex-partner Fu. After the duel, Bruce leaves and I guess he's supposed to go home or something, I don't know. But he wasn't able to do it, because he died in a plane crash. You're probably thinking, oh, that's crazy, man. He died in a plane crash, you know, crazy stuff. Only for me to tell you that supposedly Fu's death also involved a plane crash. Coincidence? I think the fuck not. Kazuya's stupid as hell for thinking this was gonna get away with this. Bro, 2 plane crashes within the same week? Be more creative. Now, if you, the chill guy viewer who hasn't liked this video, and me, a 25-year-old who makes videos in this room all day, can figure out that this situation has the small sense of fish within the ocean, that means our ghost detective Lei Wulong is definitely way ahead of us. He detected that the 2 plane crashes with the involvement of the same organization within a week's time, mind you. Kazuya's so fucking dumb. Within a week's time, mind you, is not normal. He had a feeling that Bruce actually survived the crash, and everything that he's just witnessed was all pre-planned and staged. With not enough leads and not enough information, Lei decides to back off and drop the case. Over 15 years later, Lei was back in Hong Kong investigating a different case, a strange disappearance of the world's most formidable fighters with no trace of their whereabouts. As checking these cases out, Lei was visited by Kazuya's father, Heihachi Mishima, who was like, yo, what's good, bro? So I seen you was in the last tournament, you was in the last function, right? Yo, you trying to run it back? And Lei suspiciously was like, okay, and ended up joining. Unfortunately for a Hong Kong-based Supercop, he ends up losing early on, training for hopefully his next appearance in the King of Iron Fist tournament. Also, they don't really tell us who he lost to, so I can only imagine he lost to Gong the Dinosaur. Let's make some lore up. He lost to Gong the Dinosaur. Then time for the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 comes around, and Lei is not doing too well. He was spotted up with work from the Force. His girlfriend started to notice as well, constantly getting upset on how he isn't giving her the time of day. So she actually dumps him for his assistant. Huh?
What?
Man, you can't trust your coworkers at all, I swear. They either might be snitching to your boss, they might be snitching to your other coworkers, or they're trying to get with your girl or boy, or non-binary person. This led to Lei going into a deep depression. The assistants, the person below you that was working part-time, had all the time of day for her. They was probably fucking in your house, Lei, and you didn't even know it. I'd be mad too.
Lei's life was consumed by police work as usual. Unfortunately for Lei, his live-in girlfriend got fed up with his workaholic lifestyle and dumped him in favor of Lei's assistant. Lei was devastated.
Why was that? Why was that part of the thing? During his whole soap opera fiasco with this girl and assistants, Lei had an occurrence, a rare occurrence in which he actually failed to catch a crime syndicate. This was an investigation with 2 years worth of research and planning, all gone down the drain, at least according to Tekken. He might be washed. Can you believe what the words I'm saying? Lei Wulong might be washed. Even his rival associates in the forces told the bosses that he was moving like Celtics Shaq, like Brooklyn Nets Kevin Garnett. They said every time they looked at him and he started speaking, Outstanding by the Gap Band was playing in the background. With the sweetening touch of the rumors in the office circulating that his assistant is hooking up with this girl, the higher ups decided that he was just bringing too much ruckus and suspended him for a month. But y'all don't get it. My boy Lei's a workaholic. He's not gonna let some Tingus Pingus case and some love triangle drama get in the way of what he truly loves: serving justice. We don't move like that out here, man. So he got right back up and decided, hey, someone needs my help out there. Someone needs me. Not just the Hong Kong Wonton police force. That place is a circus anyways. They stay forgetting that I'm the motherfucking Supercop. What y'all talking about? He learns from his informants that an assassin was hired to kill up-and-coming pro boxer Steve Fox in the next King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Lei was like, you know what? Let me show them why I'm the LeBron James of this shit, nigga. Ultimately, Lei was able to lock down Steve Fox and prevent him from being assassinated by the culprit, who was actually Nina Williams. He also arrested a few members of the crime syndicate throughout the tournament and was also able to help Steve find documents linking his case and his origin to the Mishima Zaibatsu experiments. That's a whole different story, by the way. Let me know if you guys want me to talk about it.
I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can. Where are you now? That your dreams come true. Here we go.
Now, in Tekken 5, shit is popping for Lei Wulong. He's the international super detective now. Supercop name is trademark. He run his own business. People pay for his services. He's not the press no more, and he gets to do his job without the approval of that whack-ass Hong Kong police force. All this because of his achievements and accolades completed during the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Now that Lei wasn't just a part of the Hong Kong police force, he began offering his services to other liaisons. A company offered Lei a key role in catching the culprits, going around China, destroying dojos. Yo, Tekken is so random, bro. What do you mean we have a dojo desecrator? This wasn't just a random investigation case for Lei. A lot of people close to him have been attacked because of this dojo desecrator. As he closes in on finding out who his lead is, he hears from an informant that similar scenarios were happening in Japan, where the King of Iron Fist 5 was being hosted. So, Lei decides to run it back and join this competition once again. Now, Tekken does this thing where certain characters get their own storylines that aren't really canon to the story. As these are fighting games first, the stories need to align best with the arcade experience of the player compared to whatever lore Namco was trying to build at the time. So in this part, I will mention how the story went, and then after how it occurred canonically. Lei Wulong actually encounters his old master Wang Junrei. Or Wong? I don't know. I'm gonna call him Wang. Regardless, I don't know why Wang old ass here anyways, bro. You're 105. Nah, man, that's not the weather in Houston. Nah, that's that nigga's age. Lei runs into Wang and asks him about the Dojo Destroyer. Apparently, Wang is also looking for him. Not only has the Dojo Destroyer killed his Dojo Master friends, the culprit also knows where all the powerful secrets of the God Fist scroll is located, making this a multitask of activities for Lei. Lei finally comes across the Dojo Desecrator, and we find out that the culprit is no other than Fang Wei, also known as Red Tsukayo from Baki. Come on, man, look, it's the same dude. In Lei's non-canon story, he actually captures Fang and defeats Jinpachi, retrieving the scroll and saving the day. However, don't forget, this is non-canon. The actual ending actually has Lei Wulong unable to locate Fang, and subsequently returning to Hong Kong to continue his search. However, as that is happening, there's like a huge war happening. Bro, they just be writing anything in this story. Where did this come from? Jin Kazama is like the main villain for Tekken 6 and caused an all-out war. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Step back for a second. The reason why all of this is happening is because Kazuya hates Heihachi. Heihachi hates Kazuya. Kazuya hates Jin. Jin hates Heihachi. Them niggas all hate each other. And we have to suffer for, what did you do that makes you suffer for this? Jin Kazama hates his dad. Therefore, little Timmy from Arizona has to suffer for this. Lei infiltrated the King of Iron Fist Tournament 6 to learn more about this war, the Mishima Zaibatsu, and committed himself to arresting Jin Kazama for causing all this. But this time it was a little different for Lei. He's still a top detective, don't get me wrong, but he felt the game was moving past him. You know the saying, leave the Tekken before the Tekken leaves you. He was targeted and captured by the G Corporation, which is probably what they call the International Mafia now. The G Corporation is led by Kazuya and Bruce, so targeting Lei, who is known to have some history between them, only makes sense. It's tactics 101. However, this was almost 20 years ago, and from all this shit Lei has gone through, he probably felt like he stagnated compared to what Bruce and Kazuya are doing. Lei is subsequently saved by Lars and Lisa respectively, and looking back at what had happened, he decided to entrust and delegate this mission, which is capturing Jin Kazama and the whole case, to these two, and return to Hong Kong to live his regular lifestyle. There's more to happen. Lei Wulong returns to Tekken 7 as a DLC, but he's not really doing much here, honestly. He is depressed and dejected because he couldn't catch Jin Kazama. He's not even doing detective work. He's literally just on vacation, taking a well-deserved rest from the limelight and just spending time with himself. Yes, Lei, let someone else figure out what's happening for once. During his vacation, he actually becomes infatuated with popular icon and influencer Lucky Chloe.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, man. I wasn't thinking about it. Nah.
Lei, what the fuck is your problem, bro? You went from being a badass detective to a Pokemon simp, man. What the hell? You 46! Negative 10 million aura points. That is disgraceful. As the conflict between the Mishima Zaibatsu and the G Corporation escalated, Lei caught wind of rumors circulating that Kazuya had a devil-like nature within him. I don't know how he didn't know this. Kazuya and Jin literally turned devil literally every game on live television. He was too busy watching Lucky Chloe play Dress to Impress on Roblox. Don't try to act like this is some brand new shit. He also learns that Lucky Chloe is performing for marketing and propaganda purposes in the G. Lei Wulong has now partaken in the war for some reason. Bro, you think you're slick, bro. You're not slick. You're not gonna do anything, old man. Just stay home. This war has been happening without your influence for the longest time. As soon as you hear Lucky Chloe, I'm here. You know what, Lei? I feel you. You know what? I think I was too harsh on you. If Meg was in Lucky Chloe's position, I would have done the same thing. Also, quick intermission. While doing research for this video, I've learned that Tekken 2 and Tekken 3's time discrepancies are almost 20 years apart, and the time difference between Tekken 3 to Tekken 4 is 2 years. Yet the time difference between Tekken 4 through Tekken 7 is only a few months apart. Now my concern isn't necessarily the time gap. I've learned with Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat that never underestimate the power of time skips in writing. But let's get to the big elephant out the room. Lei's appearance in Tekken 7. Let's not lie to ourselves. This nigga look crusty. I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I first saw this picture of Lei Wulong in Tekken 7, I was like, man, Gario lost some weight. Look at his beautiful drip from Tekken 2 to Tekken 6. Both his Hong Kong Force uniform and his regular multicolored Chang Chans. That is the definition of sauce. But you're telling me he went from this to this in the space of a few months? Mind you, he looks 20 years ago, and he looked 20 only a few months prior to this. And this was him when his ex cheated on him with his assistant. Hair perm, clean to the max, no wrinkles. Then it dawned to me, this nigga a SpongeBob ass nigga. I love my job, I'm ready ass nigga. No, you ain't. Him losing his love for his job is equivalent to his wife of 30 years leaving him with no trails. That was a tragedy for him. Are we likely to see Lei return to Tekken 8? I was surprised he returned to Tekken 7, honestly, given how little people use him in prior games. When it comes to his actual character, he's a risk-averse character, and he's always been that way since his early days in Tekken 2. I briefly remember using him when I was younger and not really understanding how to play as him. But he was always like a cool person to use. He is quite difficult to understand, and with how competitive the Tekken scene has grown in recent years, I doubt a lot of people would give their commitment to a character that really carries a lot of risk when it comes to fighting. Prior to Tekken 7, no one really played Lei. The Tekken community cried and complained. Bandai Namco released Lei. Virtually nobody played with him again. So, you know, you feel like it's gonna be like a deja vu moment for them. You know, you just feel the same thing would happen if they try to do it in Tekken 8 again. It feels like when you get something you really want and you finally get it and you use it for like 10 seconds and then you put it back on the shelf and never use it ever again. There's no point. And lore-wise, with the way his story concluded, it only makes sense for him not to return. But who knows? I'm not a Tekken dev, I'm just a regular black dude. Lei Wulong for me is a better representation of an archetype of Jackie Chan compared to martial art of Bruce Lee. Lei Wulong's whole existence is based off his character in the movie Police Story 3 Supercop, where he got the Supercop title. Lei mastered both wuxing and drunken boxing, meshed both fighting styles, and made it his own. And these styles were both prominently used in Jackie Chan movies. Lei's double foot stomp throws a bare striking resemblance to a throw executed by Jackie Chan in the Jackie Chan Stuntmaster games. From his aesthetics to fighting, his overall friendly, generous main character humor, you know, and just being an overall relatable guy, I really like the concept of Lei Wulong from Tekken 2 to 6. What he looks like in Tekken 7, not so much. Lei Wulong, though iconic, isn't a top pick for players to master. Bandai Namco will likely need to redesign him completely when it comes to his fighting style and what he looks like, similar to Eddie Gordo, which is a significant investment. Considering his history and community engagement, the risk might just not be worth it. And with how his story ended, it doesn't seem like he will offer much more lore-wise anyways. So they could probably put that in the back catalog.